So it is a week on from that devastating earthquake in Nepal. The news was just coming through to us actually on the Weekend Breakfast Show when it happened. It's now known to have killed more than 6,000 people, injured around 10,000 more. Dr. Aziz Hafiz is from Keighley. He's a disaster response coordinator for the charity Humanity First and has been coordinating the international programme from the UK. Aziz, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, very well. A bit weary and sleepless, but thanks very much.
Yeah, I can imagine. Just tell us what the last 7 days has been like for you and the charity.
I mean, like with any charity, all the charities working on the ground, it has been quite difficult, quite challenging. But clearly, as soon as we heard of the disaster, we sort of mobilised our medical teams, trying to get them ready. We came in with a 12-man team of surgeons, physicians, paramedics, firemen from across the UK. Managed to get them on the ground on Tuesday evening. But our challenges here are minuscule compared to the challenges that are on the ground, both for the UN and the Nepalese government.
What kind of conditions are your team reporting back to you?
I mean, the conditions are very difficult, but they're difficult on many aspects. Clearly, transport and access to areas is difficult, and that's difficult when roads are damaged, when infrastructure is damaged. So despite the best will in the world, by the UN, by the government, they're fighting an overwhelming natural disaster. So when we hear in the press, naturally, the frustrations, yes, it is frustrating, but the UN and all these organisations are working flat out, absolutely flat out, to try to get around these problems.
I mean, we've heard the government in Nepal say that they still haven't received the money and a lot of the resources they were promised, but I presume a lot of that is because Nepal is an incredibly remote area to try and get to and try and access.
Absolutely. There are, I think, it becomes very difficult on all sides. Communication is difficult. These are potentially, well, they are very stressful situations for governments, for people, never mind the poor people that are suffering. So it can get pretty tense in situations like this, but everybody is, from what we've seen on the ground, all of them are working flat out, trying to battle these challenges. And these challenges are not particularly new. All disasters end up, I mean, we're used to looking at disasters from our own perspective, living in the first world, in the third world, plus when you've got the 7.8 magnitude earthquake, naturally the infrastructure, the flow is going to be compromised.
So the charity Humanity First, is most of your work sending out emergency services and staff to actually help on the ground? Do you send out resources? What's your main point?
I mean, we work in over 40 countries around the world for the last 20 years. One of our main expertise is our medical response team, which we deploy on the ground in disasters, and we have done over the last 20 years in earthquakes in Turkey, Japan, Pakistan, and we've got access to a host of volunteers, doctors, orthopedic surgeons, paramedics, firemen, that we can deploy at a moment's notice where there is a need.
And how does it work from their perspective? Because I presume they're working in hospitals or with the fire services here, are they? Is it kind of just they're just released as and when they're needed?
No, they are all working on a voluntary basis and take their time out of their annual leave.
Right.
So it is a massive dedication on their part.
That is incredible.
There are people working for the United Kingdom search and rescue team, firemen, paramedics, NHS doctors, nurses, paediatricians. So it is a massive credit to them to take out their annual leave at a moment's notice, and their employers for allowing them to do that, to go out and help these people.
As with any natural disaster, I guess the initial issues you have to deal with are the injuries caused by the event itself. It's after then there's issues with, I'm guessing, sanitation and disease, infection, things like that.
Absolutely. I mean, we are setting up, at the moment where we're set up, our camp is in Gorkha, which is northwest of Nepal, of Kathmandu. And we are working under the community there on the ground called the Ahmadiyya Sangh Nepal, which is the Ahmadiyya Muslim Association Nepal. And they, with the government working, have allocated us this district. And there's a lot of sort of primary care need, as the structures have fallen apart. There's a lot of basic medical care that's missing. So there's a lot of that our team is putting into place, trying its best to put into place as we speak.
Dr. Aziz Hafiz, thanks ever so much for joining us this morning. I know you're very busy, so I'll let you go. And, a huge amount of respect for you and the team and the charity. It's an amazing thing that you do, especially in your own time. So thank you for this morning.
Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
It's BBC Radio Leeds reporting and bringing you the latest on Nepal a week on from that awful earthquake. That was Dr. Aziz Hafiz from Keighley, Disaster Response Coordinator for Humanity First.